Well, let's talk about Bitcoin a little bit. It's continued to gain traction as a currency. How do you evaluate Bitcoin as a store of wealth?
So far I don't evaluate Bitcoin as a store of wealth, but I love the fact that the free markets are trying alternatives to government-mandated and manipulated currency systems. This is a wonderful thing. The world would be a far more prosperous place, a far more stable place, a place where you could predict what was going to happen in the future and have a greater chance, the probability of being right, if we had free market money. Bitcoin is an attempt at that, and I fully support any attempt at getting away from a small group of people trying to decide what the world economy is going to be, because the free market has all of the information. It's got the information of every transaction in society. When a small group of people like the FOMC committee at the Federal Reserve think that that they know better than the free market and they can decide where we're going to go and set interest rates, it warps and distorts the economy, and there's a price to be paid for that.
Right.
They have now trained an entire generation not to save. They've tried to goose the economy by keeping interest rates low, but that means that you can't buy a treasury bond and make gains ahead of inflation. You're actually losing purchasing power by owning a treasury bond. So therefore they're punishing savers and training them to be either dangerous speculators, where a lot of their wealth can be lost very quickly, or to be borrowers and spenders. And so we're going to have an entire generation trying to retire on nothing, with the government, expecting the government to take care of them. And the problem is, they're the majority, so they're going to vote for the government to take more and more from the producers and give to the consumers. We are rewarding production and prosperity, and we were punishing production and prosperity, and we are rewarding consumption and being freeloaders, basically.
What's the advice that you have for investors and